Take a painkiller-munching, gun-toting NYPD undercover officer with a troubled past, give him the face of Bruce Willis with thick, dark hair, and throw him into a third-person shooter produced by the same folks behind Duke Nukem, and give him the ability to slow motion like The Matrix or a Guy Ritchie film, and you've got an award-winning creation that has as much action and grit as a New York Minute. This was one of the most anticipated games of the turn of the millennium, known as Max Payne, developed by Rockstar Toronto, produced by 3D Realms, and published by pop culture giants Rockstar Games for the PlayStation 2. There's no doubt in my mind that Max Payne is in the style of a made-for-TV movie that would show up on Spike TV or FX, due to its harrowing, almost disturbing storyline that will hook you if the shoot-'em-up action doesn't. You are put into the leather jacket and twisted grin of NYPD undercover cop Max Payne, an investigator into the worst crime families in the Big Apple, and his story is told through graphic novel-like panels with lifelike faces and typical speech bubbles. His wife and newborn daughter have been murdered by a group of drugged-out junkies that are part of the designer drug boom known as Valkyr, a glowing green liquid hustled by the Punchinello mafiosos. Payne is no ordinary cop. He's a bit of a loose cannon and decides he's going to go after the sick bastards that murdered his family, all by himself. The game's hallmark is bullet time, and like I said before, it's a Guy Ritchie-like ability that Max can use to slow the action down, which is useful for the PS2 especially since the horizontal controls are very slippery even when you turn down the sensitivity to its lowest level. It's better to point and click on the PC version, while at the same time having a smoother picture. Weapon freaks, look no further. Max can use his trusty Beretta handgun, shotguns, Molotov cocktails, all effective when you're blasting away fat, greasy gangsters. Level design is fairly linear, and it's usually pretty easy to navigate through the big city, all too much like Duke Nukem's Telltale maps. References to Norse mythology abound in this game, whose PC version was headed by Finnish game makers Remedy Entertainment, further than the Valkyr drug. A snowstorm has squeezed its icy grip on the city, and is a reference to the epic winter that takes place before the end of the world, or Ragnarok, which also happens to be the name of a gothic nightclub. The Aesir Corporation, a front for the Valkyr drug, is based on the name for the pantheon of Norse gods, the leader of which is Alfred Woden. I am just a big fan of Max himself. He's gritty, has a get-it-done attitude, and doesn't let anyone get in his way. The film noir setting is all too perfect, especially since it's combined with Max's smooth voice.
Rico Muerte, big-time hustler.
Honestly, you could probably beat this game in a day. The only real complaint I have with it is its linear maps and the fact that the enemies are better in numbers than they are scattered around, with their poorly designed run-and-gun AI. It's too bad too many people said that this game would be great as a movie, because I'm sure they didn't expect Mark Wahlberg to take Max's place.